Hello, welcome. I've been wanting to make a video after our planting 100 trees video, kind of about how we're taking care of all these trees, because it is quite a bit of work, but it's a labor of love. This might be just an awful video because there's a bit of a gust and wind in videos just is so loud and horrible, so I might end up having to delete this. Let me know if anyone comes on here, let me know if the sound quality is just awful. But I've been wanting to make a video about how we're taking care of these trees. So the first thing is a lot of water. This right here is a guava seedling. I think it's a watermelon guava. So yeah, lots of water. This spot right here is like full sun. Might be the sunniest spot on the whole property. There's not much shade here at all. We got some mangoes over here and that big oak over there, but like right in this area there is no shade. And it also is one of the coldest spots in the yard, so that's why we planted lots of temperate trees right here. Like we still have to get the low chill hour temperate trees, because we really don't get too cold here in Central Florida. We don't get too much chill. It was actually a really cold winter this year, but we still have to get those low chill hour trees. But we got some peaches and plums. Why is this hose squeaking? We got some really cheap hoses. We might regret doing that. There we go. Got some peaches and plums over here. Right now I'm watering just some stuff that we planted under the mangoes. We got some peas down here. Those will help fix nitrogen in your soil. They have a way of taking the nitrogen from the atmosphere and putting it back in the soil. It's really cool. All legume plants do that, which is why we planted some ice cream beans out here, because that's also a nitrogen fixer. I'll show you a couple when I get over there. I'm just getting everything nice and wet because it is so sunny and so very warm this February. I believe it's the 22nd, and it's already very warm. It's like, I don't know, maybe it's only like 80 degrees or something right now, but the sun is out. It's a little bit cloudy, but I think under here I put some, this is another mango tree, I put some marigolds and a pepper and a okra and some kale. Might be a little bit late for kale, but figured I would try. But this is what we've been doing a lot, is just a lot of water. Another thing we've been doing is we mulched up all the trees. Not sure if you could see right over there, there's a big pile of mulch. And that helps for lots and lots of reasons. It helps keep the trees moist. And I like to just put it around the trees and spray it down to help keep them moist. And it helps keep them a little cooler too in the summer and a little warmer in the winter. So it's really cool. Helps keep them moist. It slowly breaks down and feeds the trees. Suppresses weeds. It's supposed to help with the bad nematodes, and it's supposed to make a home for the good nematodes. Yeah, there's tons and tons of good reasons to use this mulch stuff. And when it breaks down and just makes a beautiful compost to feed the trees. If you can get local mulch, that is really the best thing to get. if it's a native species, that's going to be the best mulch for your area, because that's kind of the natural mulch that's already in your area, and it's going to just grow your plants the best. But right here is a sun home nectarine. It's flowering, actually. There's just a few flowers. Such beautiful flowers on these stone fruits, and they smell delicious too. Maybe one day they'll have smell-o-vision. But got a bunch of pine needles on here. I think I planted some zinnias in here, which I'll have to prune back a ton so they don't, because they get really tall. I don't want them to totally shade out this nectarine, but a little shade would definitely be good. And then I think I put a bean in here to grow up the nectarine and then provide it some nitrogen. All these nitrogen fixing plants, they only release the nitrogen when you prune them. I'm not sure why exactly it works that way. So we'll get to eat some beans, and then when we cut it down, we'll leave the roots in there and it'll release some nitrogen to this nectarine. And then I think I put a watermelon down there so it can just grow along the bottom, provide a living mulch and some shade for the ground. What else? We put some compost on these trees that we made here on the property, which is basically just broken down mulch. We have a pile just like that one over there by our chicken coop, and a lot of times we'll feed the chickens. We'll put their food on the pile, so they'll scratch around and they'll eat the food, and naturally they'll they'll push around the pile and aerate it. That's the word I'm looking for. And then they'll poop in it, which is incredible. And then they'll cover up their poop and just turn them. They'll make you compost. Just they'll make you compost themselves. It's really beautiful. So that's something I would definitely recommend if you have chickens, is to feed them on a compost pile. And they'll make some beautiful compost. If you can't hear me because it's too windy, I'll definitely make another video like this that's more structured. Another thing we do besides water, compost, and mulch is we are lucky enough to have a pond right there. So we water occasionally with the pond water, and that is really, really good for the plants because it's got fish poop in there, it's got all kinds of algae, and it's just very alive. Another thing we've put on the plants is worm castings, which is just worm poop. I'm not sure why they call it castings. It doesn't have a too high of an NPK, which is nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium. So it's not a heavy food. It's not going to burn your plants by any means, but it has lots and lots of life in there. And earthworms are just really, really good for your garden. They really help a lot. They aerate the soil. They work really well with the garden. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Up there is where we planted a lot of the new trees, and we can't reach a hose up there, unfortunately. I got 3 hoses right now connected just to get all these trees up here. So what we do is we just get our gorilla cart and we get a bunch of buckets and fill them with lake water, and sometimes we'll make a worm casting tea, and we'll just go dump water on all those trees and plants up there at the front of the property. Maybe eventually we'll get a little well up there, but the mulch also helps a lot to keep the plants wet. So we'll just keep mulching them up, and then once they're established, they really don't need as much. We get a lot of rain here too in the summer, so we barely have to water at all in the summertime, but our springs are a little dry and pretty hot, so we do have to, I mean, we don't have to, but it's better to water in the spring. And you should definitely be watering your new plantings a lot more just to help them get established. Right here we got a lychee right here that suffered a lot of cold damage. That's not one of the new trees, but I'm watering over here just because we planted lots of vegetables and stuff around here. Some okra, which is popping up. You can see some veggies popping up. Got like okra and flowers and peppers, and I want to do a watermelon, or a couple watermelons right here. I put a bunch of cow manure under here and a bunch of mulch. So yeah, that's about it. I just want to make a quick video, an update about those 100 trees, how we're taking care of them. Like I said, it's quite a lot of work, but it's definitely a labor of love, and I hope to get lots and lots of fruit one day. So thank you if you watched this live video. I hope the sound quality is okay, but if it is awful, I'll probably delete it, so you probably won't see this video. And make sure to check out our 100 trees video. Sorry about that sound quality, the music is really loud, but I think we might be able to fix that in the YouTube app. We're gonna look at that. But anyways, thank you so much for watching. We will update more about the 100 trees, and I hope you have a great day.